Close your eyes. It's the year 1095. You are not scrolling on a phone. You are standing in a crowded field in France. A man in white robes raises his hands to the sky. His voice shakes the air. He says, "God wants this." Thousands fall to their knees. Men begin crying. Some cut pieces of cloth into red crosses and stitch them onto their shirts. You don't fully understand politics. You don't understand the Middle East. You don't even understand where Jerusalem is. But you feel something stronger than fear. Purpose. Within months, you will march 3,000 miles. Most of the people around you will not survive. And the war you are about to join will last nearly 200 years. This is the First Crusade. In 1095, Europe was unstable. Small kingdoms, constant wars, hungry peasants, violent knights with nothing to fight except each other. At the same time, the Byzantine Empire in the east was under pressure from Turkish forces. The Byzantine emperor sent a message to the Pope in Rome. "We need help." What happened next changed history. At the Council of Clermont, Pope Urban II called for a holy war to reclaim Jerusalem. He promised forgiveness of sins. In a deeply religious world, that promise meant everything. This wasn't just politics. It was salvation. Tens of thousands left their homes, knights, farmers, teenagers, even entire families. Many had never traveled more than 10 miles from their village. Now they were crossing continents. They marched through cold winters, starvation, and disease. Some groups attacked cities along the way. Others died before ever reaching the Middle East. This was not a clean, organized army. It was chaotic, emotional, unprepared. By the time they reached Constantinople, many were already broken. But they kept moving, because turning back meant losing everything. When they finally entered Anatolia, they realized something terrifying. Their enemies were organized, fast cavalry, skilled archers, strategic cities. The Crusaders were exhausted and far from home. They faced hunger so severe that some accounts describe desperate measures just to survive. And yet, against the odds, they kept pushing south, city by city, battle by battle, until they reached Jerusalem in 1099. The siege lasted weeks. Heat, starvation, fear. Then they broke through. What followed was brutal. Historical records describe intense violence inside the city. It was not glorious. It was not clean. It was a medieval war at its most extreme. When it was over, the Crusaders had taken Jerusalem. But the victory did not bring peace. It started something much larger. The Crusader states were established, but they were surrounded. Over the next 2 centuries, more crusades followed. Kings joined. Empires clashed. The conflict reshaped trade, politics, and relationships between Europe and the Middle East. The Crusades were not a simple story of heroes and villains. They were a collision of faith, power, fear, and ambition. And their consequences still echo today. Imagine you are that young man in 1095. You believe you are doing something righteous. You leave your family. You walk into history. You never come home. The Crusades were not just wars. They were proof of how powerful belief can be. Belief can move thousands. Belief can build kingdoms. Belief can burn cities. And once set in motion, it can reshape the world for centuries.